Have you ever looked in the mirror and suddenly realized your body has changed in ways you never expected? What if I told you some of these changes aren't just normal aging but actually urgent warning signals your body is sending? Most men miss these critical signs until it's too late. In today's video, I'm revealing 4 shocking signs of male aging that medical professionals rarely discuss, 1 you can actually smell before seeing, 2 body parts that mysteriously grow larger with age, and 1 that dangerously shrinks away. Some appear gradually, but others might shock you when you suddenly notice them. One morning, how many of these aging red flags do you already have? Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share could literally add years to your life or help save someone you love. The last sign is particularly critical because missing it could seriously impact your mobility and independence in your final years. Let's dive right in before it's too late. Number 1. The aging odor most men don't know they have. There's a specific scent associated with aging that science has identified but doctors rarely mention. If you've ever walked into a nursing home or visited elderly relatives, you've probably noticed it. This isn't about poor hygiene or forgetting to shower might. It's happening inside your cells right now. As men age past 40, their skin undergoes critical biochemical changes that produce a compound called 2-nonenal. This happens when fatty acids in aging skin oxidize and break down, creating a distinct odor that's been described as old person smell. Somewhat like old books, cardboard, or a slightly musty, waxy scent. Here's what makes this so problematic. Unlike regular body odor that washes away with soap, nonenal bonds deeply with skin and fabrics, making it nearly impossible to eliminate with regular cleaning. Young skin naturally sheds and regenerates, but aging skin holds onto these oxidized compounds, allowing the scent to become more pronounced each passing year. Take Michael, a 73-year-old retired professor who prided himself on personal cleanliness. Despite showering twice daily and using expensive cologne, his daughter finally had to tell him about a persistent odor. "Dad," she said reluctantly, "there's this smell on all your clothes, even the freshly washed ones." Michael was devastated. He'd been completely unaware that his own body chemistry had changed. Studies show this process begins subtly in your 40s but becomes significantly noticeable by your late 60s. By 75, nearly 80% of men have developed this distinct aging scent, whether they realize it or not. But here's the good news, most doctors won't tell you while you can't stop your body from producing nonenal completely, you can dramatically reduce its effects. Special Japanese persimmon-based soaps designed specifically for aging skin can break down these compounds far better than regular body wash. Consuming antioxidant-rich foods like green tea, pomegranate, and dark berries can reduce oxidative stress internally. And treating clothes with enzyme-based laundry additives can eliminate trapped compounds that regular detergents miss. Don't wait until someone reluctantly mentions your scent. By then it's already obvious to everyone around you. Taking action now can help you avoid this embarrassing but often unmentioned aspect of aging. If you're finding this information valuable so far, quickly hit the like button and type "smell" in the comments. I read every comment and truly appreciate your engagement. Let's continue with our second warning sign. Number 2. The dangerous belly transformation. That expanding waistline isn't just about appearance. It could be silently killing you. As men age, especially past 60, their bodies undergo a dangerous metamorphosis that goes far beyond simple weight gain. What's happening is a perfect storm of metabolic changes that medical professionals often minimize as just part of getting older. Here's the alarming truth. After 50, men's testosterone levels drop by approximately 1 to 2% yearly, triggering a cascade of metabolic changes. Your muscle mass begins disappearing about 3 to 5% per decade, dramatically slowing your metabolism. Meanwhile, fat cells might, especially those in your abdomen, become increasingly efficient at storing excess calories. This isn't just regular fat might, it's visceral fat that wraps around vital organs. You might notice that despite eating similar portions as always, your stomach keeps expanding while your arms and legs actually get thinner. This redistribution is a dangerous warning sign. Your hormones are shifting in a potentially deadly direction. Consider James, who just turned 68. Throughout his life, He maintained a relatively trim physique without much effort. Then suddenly, over just 18 months, his waistline expanded by 4 inches despite no significant changes to his diet or activity. What his doctor dismissed as normal aging was actually a critical warning sign. Within 2 years, James developed type 2 diabetes and dangerous hypertension because nobody recognized the serious implications of his changing body shape. The research is absolutely clear. Excess abdominal fat isn't just cosmetically concerning, it's metabolically active tissue that pumps inflammatory chemicals directly into your bloodstream, dramatically increasing heart attack risk, dementia probability, and even certain cancers. One shocking study found men with expanding waistlines after 65 had a 270% higher risk of sudden cardiac death compared to those maintaining their muscle mass. Most alarming, the conventional advice to just eat less and move more completely fails to address the hormonal reality of aging male bodies. Standard diets that worked in your 40s become virtually useless against this metabolic shift. So what actually works? First, targeted resistance training specifically designed for aging bodies can preserve critical muscle mass and activate aging metabolism. Second, strategic protein timing becomes essential. Consuming at least 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking resets metabolic function for the entire day. Third, eliminating hidden inflammatory foods, especially those containing high fructose corn syrup and refined oils, can dramatically reduce visceral fat accumulation. While some midlife body changes are inevitable, allowing unchecked abdominal expansion significantly reduces both lifespan and quality of life in your final years. If your waistline has expanded despite maintaining similar habits, your body is sending a critical warning signal you can't afford to ignore. If this information is helping you understand your changing body, please type belly in the comments below. Your feedback helps this valuable information reach others who need it desperately. Now, let's continue to our third surprising sign. Number 3. The startling truth about your enlarging ears. You might not believe this until you check old photographs, but your ears are actually continuing to grow throughout your entire life. And this seemingly harmless change could be warning you about something much more serious happening throughout your body. Unlike most body parts that remain stable or shrink with age, ear cartilage continues growing well into your 80s and beyond. At the same time, gravity pulls downward while skin elasticity decreases, creating dramatically larger, longer ears than you had in your younger years. Medical research has confirmed ears grow approximately 0.22 mm annually, meaning by your 70s, your ears can be a full centimeter larger than in your 40s. This isn't an optical illusion. It's measurable growth that few men notice happening gradually. William, a 78-year-old retired accountant, dismissed his wife's comments about his growing years until she showed him their wedding photo from 50 years earlier. The difference was shocking. Not only were his ears visibly larger, but they had elongated dramatically, with earlobes that now hung noticeably lower. "I never would have believed it without seeing the proof," William admitted. But here's what doctors don't tell you. Visible cartilage changes in your ears directly correlate with invisible cartilage degeneration happening throughout your body, especially in your spine and joints. The same mechanisms causing ear cartilage to grow often indicate accelerated breakdown of protective cartilage elsewhere, potentially explaining those mysterious aches and stiffness. Even more concerning, research from Oxford University found that men with the most pronounced ear elongation showed significantly higher rates of arterial stiffening, a primary predictor of cardiovascular events. Your growing ears might actually be warning you about your hardening arteries. While you can't completely stop this natural process, you can dramatically slow it down. Maintaining collagen production through vitamin C-rich foods, protecting against UV damage, which degrades skin elasticity, and consuming adequate omega-3 fatty acids all help preserve cartilage integrity throughout your body. For those noticing significant ear changes, Specialized collagen peptide supplements have shown remarkable results in maintaining cartilage health both in visible areas like ears and critical areas like spinal discs and knee joints. Remember, those growing ears aren't just a cosmetic curiosity. They're a visible indicator of whole body changes that deserve attention before more serious problems develop. If you're still watching and finding value in this information, please type ears in the comments section. Your engagement helps more people discover this potentially life-changing information. Now, let's move to our final and perhaps most critical aging sign. Number 4. The silent disappearance that threatens your independence. There's a change happening in aging men that few notice until it's almost too late. The gradual but dangerous disappearance of calf muscle mass. This isn't just about appearance. It could determine whether you spend your final years independently, mobile or confined to assisted living. As men enter their 60s and beyond, a perfect storm of factors causes accelerated muscle loss specifically in the lower legs. First, declining testosterone and growth hormone levels create a biological environment where muscle tissue breaks down faster than it rebuilds. Second, subtle activity changes reduce calf engagement. Even if you're still walking daily, you're likely not pushing off with the same force as decades earlier. Third, circulatory efficiency decreases by approximately 30% by age 70, delivering fewer nutrients to these crucial muscles. This triple threat creates a dangerous downward spiral most men never see coming until it severely impacts their lives. Consider Robert, who at 75 had always been active and independent. Throughout his working years as a mail carrier, he had strong, well-defined calves. But entering his 70s, he noticed them becoming alarmingly thin, almost stick-like, compared to his earlier years. Soon, he struggled with stairs, found himself grabbing furniture when standing, and felt increasingly unstable when walking on uneven surfaces. What seemed like a merely cosmetic change was actually threatening his entire lifestyle. The research is absolutely clear and alarming. Lower leg strength is the single greatest predictor of mobility independence in aging adults. One major study found that men with significant calf muscle loss were 4.6 times more likely to require assisted living within 5 years. Even more concerning, those with the most pronounced muscle showed dramatically higher fall rates, the leading cause of fatal injuries in men over 70. The medical establishment often dismisses this change with a casual "that's just aging." But here's what they're not telling you. This particular age-related change is largely preventable and even reversible with the right approach. Simple targeted exercises like seated and standing calf raises, step-ups and specific walking techniques can rebuild critical muscle fibers even in your 80s and 90s. More importantly, specific nutritional timing. Consuming fast-absorbing protein within 30 minutes after any activity provides the building blocks for muscle preservation when your body needs it most. Most critically, certain supplements have shown remarkable results specifically for aging legs. A combination of creatine monohydrate, vitamin D3, and leucine-enriched protein can increase calf muscle preservation by up to 33% in men over 70. According to recent research. If you've noticed your lower legs becoming thinner or feel less stable when walking or standing, consider this your final warning before more serious mobility issues develop. Taking action now can literally mean the difference between independent living and requiring constant assistance in your final years. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, please type "selves" in the comments below. Your engagement helps us continue creating content that truly matters. Now, let's wrap up with some final thoughts. Final thoughts. Your choice right now. We've covered 4 critical signs of aging that most men either ignore or never learn about until it's too late. The unique scent of aging skin, the dangerous expansion of abdominal fat, the surprising growth of ears, and the threatening disappearance of calf muscles. But here's what matters most. While aging is inevitable, suffering is optional. Every change we've discussed today can be managed, slowed, or in some cases even reversed with the right knowledge and action. Think about this. Right now, there are 87-year-old men living completely independently, traveling, enjoying their families, and staying active. At the same time, there are 68-year-olds already confined to care facilities, dependent on others for basic needs. The difference often comes down to recognizing these early warning signs and taking decisive action before critical thresholds. What will you do with this information? Will you dismiss these signs as just getting older, or will you recognize them as the body's urgent messages that change is needed? I created this video because too many men suffer needlessly in their final decades, simply because nobody told them what to watch for and what actually works to maintain independence and dignity with age. If you found value in today's information, please support our mission by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and turning on notifications so you never miss our latest research. More importantly, share this video with a father, brother, husband, or friend who needs this information. You might literally add years of quality living to someone you love. Thank you for spending this time with me today. The fact that you've watched until the end shows you're serious about taking control of your aging process. I truly believe the information you've gained today could change the trajectory of your remaining years. I read every comment and deeply appreciate hearing which of these signs resonated most with you, or if you've noticed others we haven't covered. Your experiences help our entire community gain wisdom. Until next time, remember that how you age is largely your choice, and now you have the knowledge to choose wisely.